Hi, it's Megan. So I have gotten some of the new spring stuff, of course, and today I'm doing a couple videos that are cooler makeup. So right now, this video is for the Kevyn Aucoin, which I pronounce wrong every time, and I apologize, the Neo Limelight. So the brand came out with two new palettes. So these palettes that I've done the Neo Bronzer. I don't remember if I did both. I think I only did one video. I got both of them. I think I forgot to do the second video. I meant to. My fingerprints are all over this because I touch it like once and it gets fingerprints all over it, but these with these gradiating shades. And so this time they did two. One which is highlighters and has their three top selling highlighter shades, so they're not called highlighters. And then this one is basically highlighters too, just cooler. So these are them. So you can see it gradiates. It's actually swatched. I think you see it more than, I guess you see it in person probably a little bit more than on the camera, but I think you see it swatched. I think you see the difference between the shades even more than you see it just looking at the palette. And so this is $58 for 0.74 ounces, so you're getting a good amount of product. And they call it a highlighter trio of iridescent shades to brighten the skin for accentuating, highlighting, and strobing on the face, lips, and lids. And so anytime I do a highlighter video, highlighter palette video, or a highlighter in general, I use it as an eyeshadow as well. So I've got the purple and the lighter shade, they're not named, so the purple and the lightest shade. Purple on my lids and under, the lightest shade in here, and then in the inner corner. And then I've got the middle, the pinkier one on the top of my cheeks and a little bit up here. The rest of my makeup is pretty cool to match. So they say amp up your look with this highly pigmented 3-in-1 highlighter. Did I already say this? No. For a radiant multi-dimensional strobing effect that lasts all day. It's diffused with an iridescent trio of lustrous rainbow-like ombre color that brightens the skin for intensified highlighting and strobing effects. Just mix and match the shades to create endless layers of light and color and achieve the perfect custom glow. And by the way, I am getting over a flu, and so I don't sound like me, and I don't. I'm feeling better, but I still sound strange. So what did I think? First of all, okay, since I have both of the two from before, I obviously like these palettes. Before the blush, they were called Neo Bronzers. There was the orange one and the pink one, and here you have kind of a warmer toned highlighting palette and a cooler tone, and it's only a question of time, I suspect, before I break down and buy the other one, but I just decided to go with this one first because, I don't know, with all the cool highlighters I have, I still thought it was more unusual, which is probably wrong. And actually, I also have one of the three in the other one, so I didn't want to, I felt less guilty duplicating here. These are different shades. The formula is amazing. It's super creamy. It applies and blends beautifully, and it has this really great ethereal, it's a good word, sheen. I wrote ethereal, they used what? Iridescent. I would go with both words. It really does create that kind of a look. It really does. You don't get that metallic, chunky, glittery look that some highlighters these days have. No names, I promise. And it's not over the top. It's just a really subtle, not aging kind of thing. I don't have the worst pore issues, so I don't usually have to worry about the highlighters that kind of accentuate your pores, but that you're not going to get here. These are cooler toned. They're not quite as cool toned as I expected though. Alright, so highlighters are always hard to swatch, which is why I do outdoor swatches. And we've had a lot of rain, so getting the best outdoor swatches has been a little harder than normal. Usually we're at least sunny weather. So here, I said this is a cool gold. So since it's got gold in it, that means it's not completely cool toned. And it shows, actually it shows it pretty well, I'm surprised. Which does go to show that it's a little cooler tone than warmer tone, because I have slightly warmer undertone skin, and there are some shades of highlighters which blend into my skin so much I can barely see the color. Even though I can see it on my finger and I know it's a color. And then I'm sure everyone has figured this out, so let's state the obvious. But you can obviously take your brush wherever you want on the spectrum and get a little bit in here, mixing these colors Probably didn't rock anyone's world with that bit of information, but I added it anyway. The middle shade, so we're only going to do one end, the middle, and then the other end. We're not going to do like, well, this variation versus that variation. And there, doesn't show up quite as much. Let's put another swatch. And these are super pigmented in person. Yeah, there it is. They're super pigmented in person. This one's a little bit closer to my skin tone, which is odd. But they're very light. And my skin is light. I said this is a cool rose gold champagne, and yes, it can be all of those. So again, it's cooler in tone, but these are not the icy white kind of highlighters that we've seen and I've seen in a bunch of highlighter palettes. So they're going to be a little bit more natural on the skin. And if you look at my skin, like I glow a little bit, but I don't have that really, and I applied it pretty heavily just because I wanted you to see it. I don't have that like, wow, she's just a disco ball glowing thing. At least I don't think I do. And then the last one, this is a really pretty color. This one is the most, to me, kind of iridescent, ethereal. It's such a pretty, I said, what? Lilac lavender with just a touch of pink. And this is kind of like, I don't know, a unicorn fairy sort of color. And it doesn't show up so much on my skin. But I have it on my eyes, which again, it's light. Very subtle, very pretty. So I won't talk forever. These last about 8+ hours on me. But again, just not giving one of those over-the-top crazy, and I lost my little purple thing, my little bag, crazy effects. This is new. This did not, or if it was in the other ones, I didn't get them. This is a little pouch that it comes in. So that's nice too. So overall, this just feels like a luxury product. It has a beautiful texture. It looks lovely on. It's luxe, it's beautiful, it's creamy, I really like it. I'm really happy with it. So, I don't know, increasingly I get more excited about well, I guess maybe I always got more excited about my highlighters than my eyeshadows, but this is one of those things I use the Neo bronzers constantly, and I expect that I'm going to use this one a lot as well. So this one is a huge hit for me. I know I haven't been so regular with the videos, but please subscribe anyway. I'm getting back to them, I promise. And like it on YouTube. If you have this or if you have the other color, I would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching.